beyond the mindset work, beyond the strategizing and the planning and the reorganizing, beyond the goal setting and the motivation and even the inspiration, beyond what we are quite often told once we enter into a journey of personal transformation that we should be focusing on, beyond all of those things which, side note, are necessary, are important, do form really integral components of the entire upgrade process, but alone they are impotent and weak, and alone they will see you at some point not only falling short from your dreams, not only being held apart from the visions and the upgrade desires that you have, but they will also cause you to feel disconnected, unhappy, and of course dissatisfied. You know that dance that I talked about in one of last week's video, that 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of dance. When we only enter into that particular part of the journey, and we may be even giving our all, which I'm pretty sure you are, but when we fall short of going further, that could be what causes so much pain and so much delay on the upgrade journey. So beyond all of those things, beyond reciting positive affirmations, beyond journaling, beyond reconfiguring your diary, your calendar, so that you make more time to do the things that you know you should be doing, what I call in my book directly related upgrade actions, beyond all of those things, is what I call the kind of final frontier of the upgrade journey. And full transparency here, there is a time and a place where for each individual, for each of you, for each of us, that work will not be ripe and ready. So you might be watching this now and it might be going way over your head, and you might really not be resonating with this message. And if that is the case, trust that. But another side note, as I always say to my students and my clients, and I live by it myself, very often we are only seeing the situation or ourselves or our behaviors from one dimension. We're only seeing the level and the layer that is comfortable for us to see. So it is always worth peeking beneath the surface. It is always worth throwing down some power questions to make sure that things are the way they are. And I'm not going to leave you in suspense any longer. Beyond the mindset training, beyond the goal setting and the radical strategizing and all of those things that are preliminary, in my opinion, in my experience, in fact, they are something that most people do, but that's where they fall short. That's where they stop. Beyond all of that is soul work. And soul work is, in my experience, and I've been doing this quite a while now, we're knocking on to a decade and a half now. So I've experienced it personally and with all of my clients. And when we have tried everything, when we know exactly what we want, when we are committed and we're working hard and we're showing up and we are constantly finding ourselves back at square one, or we're either struggling or suffering or in pain or not quite hitting the mark, I invite you to tune inwards and start to dive in to the possibility that your soul might be ripe and ready for this kind of work. Quite often, it's belittled, or it's sort of deemed as being a luxury, or it's deemed as being a sign of weakness, or it's a waste of time. This kind of work is not a waste of time, and by no means is it airy-fairy. In my upgrade work, in the work that I do with my clients and students, it is an integral piece of their upgrade journey. Without it, they're literally just floating. As I said, one step forward, two steps back. And when we start to dive more deeply into this work within a loving, non-judgmental space, that is when the individual could go, relax, and know that whatever we find, whatever rises to the surface, whatever new information is being brought forth for very good reason. And emotional freedom can begin to set in. Untethering ourselves from probably a lifetime, or even if you're open to it, lifetimes of karmic patterning, of suffering and struggling within the same circumstances, of repeating themselves, showing up again and again, but perhaps with a different disguise, with a different mask. Does that feel familiar to you? If it does, then I'm sensing that it's a good moment for you to pause, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and just ask for a clear sign. Because in order for you as a human being having a spiritual awakening, in order for you to continue to co-create the life that you want, remember, your desires are a preview. They are a preview. They are not given to you by accident. They are a preview for what is to come, and they always form very sacred, very divine breadcrumbs, like a soul blueprint for the life that you are here to step by step by step live through. And as you live through the circumstances and the co-creations and the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs, all of those moments provide you with powerful opportunities for peeling back those layers, the next layer of you that is no longer serving you, for providing you with powerful lessons to help support and assist you as you evolve. Now this, to some, might sound woohoo, completely out there and doesn't make sense. But if it's making sense to you, stick around in this group, in this page, in this upgrade community, because the information that we're bringing through with our upgrade team really powerfully this past week is useful and valuable, and can, if you are ready, really support and help you. So why are we looking at this? Why are we even going there? We want to begin to be set free from the chains that our past traumas, our emotional responses and reactions, from the exhaustion that we can sometimes feel from this perpetual upgrade journey. So the ascension, the awakening, it can feel quite often very confusing, very overwhelming, and very exhausting. And so we need to develop, we need to learn, we need to tap into useful, very practical tools that we can use to help assist us as we continue to rise strongly. Because yes, we are very likely sensitive souls. I'm feeling that some of you here are sensitive souls. You're empaths. Perhaps you're here to really leave your positive mark on this planet and in the communities and in the workspaces that you are here to do so. And that that means that along the way you've been through some stuff. You've gone through some dark times. And another part of this very conscious piecing together of all these various pieces is being able to transmute, transform, heal all of those past traumas, all of those wounds, all of those very possibly unusual experiences that you've had, ones that you would never have consciously chosen in a million years. But part of it is being able to learn and have the wherewithal to be able to convert all of those into wisdom. So they form the building blocks of who you are evolving into. So everything that you've gone through, everything that you've become, that then gets to be laid down in front of you as stepping stones, so that they can carry you forward into the life that you want. So yes, we are also talking about dreams. We're also talking about material upgrades. We're talking about that business goal that you want. We're talking about changing the location, improving your home, improving your relationships. Everything within the tangible material world automatically gets an upgrade. And may I say, often more effortlessly and more easily when you start to work with your soul. Your heart, your mind, your soul need to come together so that you are working as a team. And then of course we welcome in our cosmic teams as well, whatever labels you prefer to use: God, the universe, angels, ascended masters, nature, Mother Earth, whatever you prefer, it's up to you. But there is more to the upgrade journey that what you might have been working with. You may have only been tapping into your limitless capacities to a very small degree so far. And so we are, as a humanity right now, waking up at lightning speeds. This is a fact. And so if you've been finding yourself feeling a little dissatisfied or a lot dissatisfied with the way that your life has been going, from the smallest details to the biggest details, if you're finding yourself pulled and inspired towards new ideas, new projects, new lifestyles, please take notice of that. And this is something I say a lot with my clients and students, and really out into our wider community, our upgrade community. You have to give yourself permission to want what you want, because your desires are sacred, as long as I say in my book, they are coming from an internally inspired place. And so, as I talked about in an earlier video this week, and I can link it below in the comments if you haven't yet seen it, I have been given the nudge. I've been receiving guidance and the pull for several weeks now, and at the beginning of this week, after that big sort of re-emergence from out of Mercury retrograde that we all kind of were pulled under, and then we kind of popped back up, and I was given a real nudge that it is time. It is time to do whatever it takes to ride these very powerful waves of change, and to do so in a loving, conscious manner. So no forcing, no berating, no judging, no rushing ahead, no skipping over any steps. Step by step, in the most self-loving way that you can possibly muster at this time. And so I am here with an offering that is groundbreaking in our upgrade community. If you've been here for a while with us, you'll know that some of the things I'm saying are quite new. Maybe you've read my book, maybe you've read through some blogs, maybe you've been watching my broadcasts for a while. If you're new, or if you've been over here for a while, it's a new energy that we're bringing through. And with that new energy, I am so honored to be able to offer you the Upgrade Academy, a space where over the course of 9 months, we will journey together with me as your facilitator, with me as your guide, with me as your mentor, with me as the facilitator of healing and transmutation of anything that is blocking you, whether it's residing within you, in any part of your mind, body, emotional, energetical, spiritual body, or whether it's something that has sort of cemented itself from way back when, whether it's childhood, whether it's from, being in mother's womb, whether it's from a past life, that we will together work our way inwards, unraveling all of those pieces that have become enmeshed, become confused, become heavy and sticky, and we will piece by piece take them apart so that we can begin to reconfigure, design, create and manifest the life that you are here to live out. For each of you, that will be something different. This is full transparency. This is not a generic one-size-fits-all journey. And this is why it really is only for those of you who are fully ready to do the work, because it does take work. But as I said in the title of this broadcast today, this work is not a luxury, it is a necessity if we want to continue to live as healthy, both physically, emotionally, and mentally healthy beings. And if we want to continue to live out the soul mission that we came here to live out in our lifetime, whether it's as a light worker, which perhaps many of you are, maybe you are a light worker, maybe you can really make an impact, a positive impact on this planet, or whether it's simply, but not less importantly, to live a meaningful and a life of meaning and inner peace yourself, whether it's raising children, whether it's with your employees, whether it's a company, whether it's a product, a service, whatever it is you're here to do, healing from past traumas, all of it. It does take work, but this is it. This is the time. I keep being given the message, it's really now or never. And so if you're feeling the pull towards finding out more about this, I am opening up some of my calendar time to invite you into a personal conversation so that I can take you through some key questions. So together we can decipher if this is your time, if this is going to be a good fit for you from both sides. As I said, always full transparency. And so I will pop the link in the comment section below. We start next week. And it is, as I said, my honor to be able to offer you something like this, like never before. And the journey of your new life can, in fact, begin here. Please reach out with any questions. Please book a time to chat if you are truly interested, if you're feeling ignited. I did say in a previous video, you might feel interested and inspired, but at the same time, you might feel dread, doubt, and fear, anxiety. It can all go part and parcel when we begin to sort of heed the calling of the soul, beckoning us forth. Come on over here. It's time. You're ready. The ego can rise up bigger and stronger than before. So it's all very normal. So please do not fret. But I'm here to guide you through an honest and a gentle and a very loving explorative process. As I said, to check in if it's for you. If you're here watching this to the end, I really honor and respect you, and I absolutely class you as one of our Upgrade Tribe members. Because upgrading isn't just one thing or another. It isn't just manifesting the car that we want. and ignoring our inner world. It isn't just meditating all day and living, minimally on a very small budget. It is all of it. It applauds, it welcomes, it respects, it honors every aspect of you as an individual, human being, having beautiful human experiences, enjoying and savoring anything that it is that you're drawn to, but also having the tools and the wherewithal to not be pushed around by life itself when things are not going your way. It means having the alertness and the astuteness, the spiritual astuteness to know, a sense of knowing that even on your darkest, bleakest days, that all of it has a purpose. I honor and respect you. Thank you for being here. I really do genuinely look forward to chatting with you, whether it's in the comments section. Leave a comment, tell me where you are in the world, which country, tell me what you're focusing on, what you're excited for. Or if you want to dip your toe in one step further, book a chat with me in the next few days and I will really happily connect with you. Keep going, dear soul. You've so got this.